going to do a Vinyasa flow. Welcome to 360 Strong Women. If you're not that familiar with Vinyasa flow, you may want to go to the end of the video and peek into the tutorial, and that's going to help you with the different poses. If you already flow, you're going to come with me and begin. We're going to start in Tadasana, extended mountain pose, and take a couple breaths in just to get grounded. Ground down at your feet, hip width, big toe mound, pinky toe mound, heel. Ground down like roots. Breathe in, Tadasana, rise up into your extended mountain pose. Bring your hands to heart center, take in 2 glorious big breaths. Breathe in, exhale away. One more time, inhale, and exhale it all away. Rise up, inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward, soft knee joints. Inhale, halfway lift, apple under the chin, crown of the head to the front. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach for the sky. Long, tall, lean, pull the pit of the belly in and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold to ragdoll. So I want to soften my legs in ragdoll and pull my hips over my ankles. If you are familiar with ragdoll, you can take opposite hands to elbows and twist open side to side. Ragdoll is Uttanasana. Uttanasana just means intense low back stretch. So we're stretching out the lower lumbar into the hamstrings all the way down. I'm grounded. Consider if you need your yoga blocks, use your yoga blocks. I have an apple under my chin and I'm letting my head hang heavy. I'm going to inhale to a flat back, exhale, fold, and rise up to my Tadasana. Bring my hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale it away. Tadasana, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. Long and lean. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Come all the way down to your belly. Pull your elbows to your rib cage. Find your Sphinx pose. Squeeze those legs in. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. Hands come to shoulder width. Tuck the toes under. Exhale to your downward facing dog. My feet are hip width. My toes are 12 o'clock. And I have a little space between my mat and my heel. I'm going to begin to pedal out my dog. And as I breathe in, I'm going to lift up onto the balls of my feet. As I exhale, I'm going to draw them towards the ground, lifting my sits bones to the ceiling, stretching everything out. And one more breath in. Exhale that away. I'm going to bend my knees and step to the middle. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. High to low plank. Find my Sphinx. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Lift to your down dog. Lift your right leg up. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. Push it back. Bring your right knee to your nose. Push it back. Bring it all the way down. Lift your left leg. Bring your knee to your elbow. Lift it up. Knee to nose. Lift it up. Place it down. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Tadasana, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. High to low plank. This time, I'm going to find cobra. So I'm going to lay my legs down on the ground. My arms are lengthened, but my elbows are soft. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm not looking up. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, step or float to the front. Half lift, exhale, fold. Tadasana, rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Legs are off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Bring it through for warrior one. Lift up. Squeeze your legs to the center line of your body. Pull everything in and up. Exhale into humble warrior. My right shoulder and my right knee connect. My knee is stacked over my ankle in the front, grounding down. Breathing, looking straight to my mat. One more breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg comes up to warrior one. I need my knee to face the front, stack over my ankle. Exhale, humble warrior. Take a few breaths here. One more breath in. As you exhale, chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Ha. Bend your knees, step to the front, halfway lift, fold forward, Tadasana. Exhale, fold, inhale, half lift, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, right leg comes up, warrior one, lift up, exhale, humble warrior, breathe in. I'm going to place both of my hands to the inside of my front foot. Turn my toes to the north and find my lizard pose. I'm going to drop my leg all the way down to the bottom. You want to check your ankle in the back to make sure it's not twisted, that your ankle follows your papalito space, follows your hip. Hips are in alignment with shoulders. Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Stretch that out. It should feel so good. I'm going to take both hands to the outside of my right foot. Dorsiflex my right foot. Roll the shoulders back. Tuck the abs in. Flex the toes towards the knees into my Ardha Hanumasana. Come back to your Anjaneyasana, your low crescent lunge. Tuck your back toes under and lift into crescent lunge on the right. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Look over at your shoulder and look up. One more breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg comes up, warrior one. On the left, humble warrior. Squeeze everything in and out. Your metabolic system should feel heated up. Drop both hands to the inside. Turn your right toes to face 12 o'clock. Into your lizard pose. Drop your leg all the way down in the back. Lift up to stretch your right hip flexors into your Anjaneyasana. That low crescent lunge. Breathe in and out. Both hands come to the outside of your left foot. Dorsiflex the toes back. Ardha Hanumasana, half monkey pose. If you have a knee issue, you can put your knee up on a block. You can actually stand up if you need to. Options, consider. I'm going to bring my leg back down to my Anjaneyasana, tuck my toes and up, squeeze in, lift up for my crescent lunge. Bring my hands to heart center and twist. So shoulders, hips in alignment, looking up. Smile on my face, I'm working. One more breath in. As I exhale, I'm going to look down to the ground, find my perfect high to low plank, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and side away. Bend your knees, step or float to the front. Halfway lift, fold forward, halfway lift. Utkatasana chair pose. So sit back like you're squatting in a ski squat. Lift up so that your knees are not over your toes. Apple under the chin. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Lift your right leg up. Warrior one. Breathe in. As you exhale, humble warrior. Another breath. As you exhale, lift up and open up to your warrior two. Notice that my body is right center, not leaning. Relax the shoulders. Now I'm going to flip my palm, scoop my air, and rotate back for my reverse warrior. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left leg comes up. Warrior one on the left. Breathe in. Exhale out. Humble warrior. As I lift up again, warrior two. Breathe in and out. Going to flip my palm, scoop my air, come back for my reverse warrior. Breathe in and out. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Step or float to the mat. Half lift. Fold forward. Utkatasana chair pose. Swing your arms back. Come up onto your tippy toes for your drinking bird. Exhale, come back, chair pose. Swing up, swinging, drinking bird. Inhale, breathe in and out, chair pose one more time. Up onto the toes, apple under the chin, drinking bird. Exhale, chair pose, ragdoll. You can sway side to side. Your heart rate should be up. You should be breathing heavy. Fold down into your yogi squat. So I'll turn this way to show you. Right foot comes out to the right. Left foot comes out to the left for your yogi squat. Just to open up those hips a little bit. You can take little moments in your vinyasa to work the stretches too. It's not just about the flow. Back to ragdoll, so feet come hip width, hips come over, land. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, inhale, half lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right foot comes up, warrior one. Humble warrior. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Now I'm going to place my right forearm onto my right quadricep and take my left arm straight up and over, pinky side down. And lift up into my extended side angle. Fingers to heel, one line of energy. Then as I exhale and straighten my knee, softness in the joint, come back for my reverse trikonasana, and then windmill down for Trikonasana on the right, triangle pose. Breathe in, open up, nice grounding position. Look down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one on the left. Humble warrior. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana on the left. Lift the inside of your arch up on your left foot. Coming back to warrior two. Vinyasa down. Upward facing dog, sphinx or cobra, wherever you're at. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step or float to the front. Half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Tadasana. Bring your hands to heart center. Big breath in. Exhale out. Find your Shamastihiti, your standing, relaxed pose. You can be hip width. Breathe in and out. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, warrior one, right side. Humble warrior. Lizard pose. Anjaneyasana. Ardha Hanumasana. Anjaneyasana. High lunge, crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, twist into revolving crescent lunge. High lunge, crescent lunge. Warrior one. Humble warrior. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana on the right. Warrior two. Stand up for Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Take a big breath as you open up your sits bone. Halfway lift to a flat back. Turn your left foot to the back of the mat. Lift up, warrior one. Exhale, humble warrior. Lizard pose. Anjaneyasana. Ardha Hanumasana. Anjaneyasana. High lunge, crescent lunge. Hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Crescent lunge. Warrior one. Humble warrior. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana on the left. Bend your knee deep. Lift up for warrior two. Prasarita. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your feet into your Malasana, your yogi squat. Come down with extended legs out for your Paschimottanasana. Reach up. Hip hinge forward. Roll the shoulders back. Tuck everything in. Hinge. Don't drop your shoulders. Up onto your chin. Inhale, long, long, lean. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Open up to your seated straddle. Just prasarita in a seated position. Make sure soft knee joints fold forward. Use blocks if you need them. Inhale, exhale. Allow everything to stretch. All the way up. Take one foot in for your half butterfly. Fold forward. Inhale. Arms come up. Take a nice side body stretch here. And then drop your arm out and reach over. For more extension, reach. Come back to center. This feels so good. It's a great way to wake you up, stretch your body, get your metabolism going. Butterfly on the other side. Inhale. Side body stretch. Drop the arm down. Go for it. Lift open. Heart comes open. Open it up like extended side angle. Beautiful. Come over to your double pigeon, your lotus, tight lotus pose. Just open up your hips a little bit more. Other side. Consider where there's tightness, where you need to work one side or the other. We're not biomechanically balanced. And we'll do a video specifically for our hips, shoulders, and really dive into getting into deep hip joints. This was just our flow. You should feel energized, worked, bringing your heart rate down, still stretching muscles. I'm going to go ahead and bring my feet hip width, 12 o'clock, lay down into my supine position. And I want my hip flexors to follow my knees to follow my ankles. Apple under the chin. Remember that our cues for alignment don't stop. They're in every movement that we make, whether we're moving, exercising, yoga, whatever you want to call that, but also functional movements through your day. Keep cueing your body so that it becomes second nature, so you're always in alignment and it doesn't wreck your form. So check it, don't wreck it. I'm going to drive my knee to my chest, grab the outside of my feet for my happy baby. The low back remains on the mat. Stretch it out. I'm going to drop my left foot down, cross my right foot over for figure four. My foot is actually hanging off of my knee joint because I don't want to ruin the ankle joint. I'm going to drive my knee to my chest. Just open up the piriformis, your gluteals, those rotators that connect hamstrings to glutes. If you're sedentary during the day or you have a job where you have to sit a lot, consider this stretch for sure. We worked a lot today, so also consider this. Take your time with it. I'm going to drop down, go to the other side. And I will break down these exercises for you. Couple breaths in and out. Come down. Now, my arms are going to come out to a T. I'm going to bend my knees and do a simple supine twist. Whole of the goal is to keep your shoulders on the mat. And tilt the spine. Stack your hips and then go to the other side. And again, my shoulders are going to not lift up. So if you're all the way over here and your shoulder starts to lift, consider you're too far. Maybe put a block between your knees or the outside of your knees. Or put one leg here. And just work into it. Small movements. Consistent, small movements. It's going to get you there. Come back to center. I'm going to use my block here. I'm going to use my block, put my hips up on it, roll my shoulders back. Legs up into the air, hips, ankles over each other for my waterfall. Check out the short on waterfall if you haven't already. Check out that short on box breathing. Like, subscribe, and share so that you can get all the content. I'm going to bring my feet together. Now you can take your block away. I like the depth of this because it really stretches my low back. Into butterfly, externally rotate at the hips, open them up. Please don't hold your breath, breathe in and out. Now I'm going to remove my block, take up space on my mat, into my Shavasana, my deep and final rest. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it away. Let everything fall and relax. Soften your brow and your jaw. Relax. Let everything fall into the mat. And then you can bring gentle movements back into your body. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Gently take your head side to side. Be very gentle with your cervical spine, your neck. Consider putting your arms up over your head, stretching yourself very long. As you inhale, exhale, bring your knees to your chest, squeeze up into a little ball, just a little extension of the back. Roll onto your side into a fetal position and close your eyes. Deep breath, exhale it away with your eyes closed. Thank yourself for showing up to do this work. You're ready to start your day. To set an intention for your day, an intention of gratitude, an intention for being kind to someone. And let that be your intention. Eyes closed, come back to a seated position. Find your Sukhasana, your easy seated pose. Sit up on your sits bone, pull the pit of your belly in and up, and find the mudra that works for you. Hands in your lap, hands over your heart. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it away. Bring your hands to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Put your thumb knuckle on your heart and take another breath in. Exhale it away. Bring your thumb knuckles up to your forehead center. May the love and the light in me always honor, see, and appreciate the love and the light in each of you. We bow, we say namaste. Namaste. And lift up. So go in peace. We will see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hope that you enjoyed this very quick flow. Jump to the tutorial and we'll break down the positions. Till then. Bye. Welcome back to 360 Strong Women. We're going to do the tutorial. So this would be for those of you who do not practice yoga on a regular basis and may need some cues for the Vinyasa flow. First one is Tadasana. Consider that you can keep your feet at hip width. I want you to have more stability than anything else. Ground down at your big toe mound, your pinky toe, and your heel. Lift the toes up off the mat, stretch them open so that you're working. And then visualize this in your head, squeezing skin to muscle to bone. So I'm squeezing my legs in towards the inside of my line of body, right? So outside squeezes into the middle, inside squeezes into the middle. So squeeze those legs. Roll the shoulders back. Those cues don't stop. They will always be, and I'll keep cueing that way. Apple under your chin so you can keep your head in a neutral position. Roll your shoulders. I'm going to lift my arms up into the air, pinky sides in. Spark my hands open, alive, and awake. Now, if this is too much for you, if you have a shoulder issue and putting your arms up this far hurts you, bring your hands to heart center or drop them down to your side. All forms of Tadasana, mountain pose, extended mountain pose. You're just extending your arms up. Asana. So it would be a breathe in, Tadasana, hands to heart center, take a breath in, take a breath out, or find what we call Shamastahiti. The next one for the flow would be Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. So I'm just folding, hip hinging, apple under the chin, looking to the ground and touching. So you can fold all the way down. You can use a block and fold. You want to feel the back of your legs stretching, and we want soft knee joints. Ground down your feet just like you would Tadasana so that they're grounded, and you're squeezing your muscles in. The muscle to bone, so you're squeezing everything in. Fold. Exhale. Inhale, I'm going to come half lift. You can place your hands on your shin. We want to stay away from the knees. Apple under the chin, roll the shoulders back. So I have a flat back. I'm not rounded and dumping. This will hurt your low back. Halfway lift. It's a flat back. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, rise. That's standing sun A. Tadasana, fold forward, half lift, fold forward, Tadasana. Now we're going to come down to the mat, and I'm just going to show you Sphinx, Cobra, and Upward Dog as part of the flow, but I want to bring you a little closer. This pose, you're going to be on your belly, tops of the feet down, and legs squeezed together. So still doing a lot of work. I'm going to draw my elbows close to my rib cage, look to the end of the mat, apple under the chin, roll the shoulders back, press up, and breathe. Now, if you need assistance, you can put your head on a block. So this would be your Sphinx pose or baby cobra pose. Coming out of this pose, arms go shoulder width, toes tuck under, and then you'll press into your downward facing dog. Cobra. Act like you're going to go to Sphinx pose or baby cobra pose. Then I'm going to bring my hands shoulder width and lift up. My legs are still on the ground. I'm going to look straight ahead. I'm not going to look up. I see this all the time. Please don't do this. It's going to hurt your cervical spine. Look straight out. Ooh, you feel that stretch. Then tuck the toes, toe stand, push up. Now back into your downward facing dog. upward facing dog. Gonna land the same way. Lift up like I'm going to lift up into cobra, and then lift my legs up off the ground. Look straight ahead, pull the shoulders in and up, breathe in and out, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So while we're in down dog, notice that my wrist, my elbow, my shoulder in one long line that goes towards my hips. My hips are going to go straight up, cervical spine, go straight up into the ceiling. There's space between my ankles and my mat. So if you're too close, your legs are going to lay down. Open it up, make space. My hips are squared off to my mat with my shoulders. I'm going to look straight between my feet. I'm going to ground down like Tadasana, big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and try to drive my heels towards the mat without landing them there. Keep softness in the knee joints so that I can pedal out the dog and I have oxygen coming in. Bend your knees, step or float to the middle. Halfway lift, fold forward, and then rise back up to my Tadasana. Tadasana, fold forward, half lift, Chaturanga, Sphinx, Cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step or float, and begin again. That's your vinyasa. Now we're going to add to that chair pose. Feet are hip width. Ground down like roots, just like you would Tadasana. Pull everything in and up. Cue the same. I'm going to squat down. My knees are behind my toes. Then lift up. Look straight out. Lift the chest high. Now you're in Utkatasana, chair pose. This is what I always see in chair pose. Turning the hip under and pushing your knees over your toes. I can't even do it without hurting myself. Sit down in your chair, squat down, make it safe for your knees. Lift up, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We get the warrior one. Lift your right leg up. Bend the knee coming towards your right hand. Land your foot on the right side of your mat. Big toe mound, pinky toe mound, heel. I'm going to open my hips up. I need space. So I'm going to just take my left foot over to the left side of my mat. Make sure that my knee isn't twisted. Keep it in alignment. Bend your front knee so your knee's in alignment with your ankle. My back foot is what's called knife edge, but you don't want it turned out too much because you're going to hurt your knee. Hips, drive up, warrior one. And then you can make it deep if you need to. Squeeze your legs to the center line of your body. Remember, hands can come to heart center, can come down. Warrior one. As I exhale, I'm going to take my right shoulder into my right knee. Look straight down, humble warrior. Squeeze those feet into the ground. Both hands come to the inside of my right foot. I'm going to turn my left foot more on the center line. Toes facing 12 o'clock. Lengthen through the spine and find lizard pose. Please don't drop your head below your heart. You'll get dizzy. I'm going to drop my back leg all the way down. Untuck the toe and lift my chest high. Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Check the back of your ankle. Make sure it's in alignment. Remember, alignment, form over everything else. Get this nice hip flexor stretch. Low crescent lunge. Both hands come to either side of your right foot. Notice that I'm not doing anything with my neck. I'm not dumping my shoulders. I'm just going to flex my right toes back towards my knees, sit back into my hips. That stretches out my hamstrings and my glutes. You can come back to Anjaneyasana. Tuck your back toe under, lift up. This leg's straight, but soft knee joint. This leg stacked. High crescent lunge. Hands to heart center. You can step up or vinyasa through. I'm just going to put my leg back into my warrior one. And then spin out to my warrior two. Roll the shoulders, relax the shoulders. Notice I'm deep in the front knee. My body is right up over a center line, like I've put a pole right through my head, comes right through my sits bone. I'm not here. I see this all the time. Put your body right up over itself. Then flip your palm. Now scoop your air and come back. Reverse warrior. My forearm's going to land on top of my quad, nice and deep. My other arm's going to come up over, pinky side down, one line of energy, fingertips all the way down to the end of my heel, and then lift it up. Don't dump it here. Open up your heart and lift. It's grounding position. Extended side angle. As I exhale, I'm going to start to straighten this knee, but keep the knee joint soft. Reverse my Trikonasana. And then as I exhale down, Trikonasana on the right. I'm opening up the chest. My shoulders and my hips are stacked. Beautiful. You can bend your knee then again. Lift up. You're in warrior two. You can find your Prasarita Padottanasana. It just means standing straddle fold. Fold forward, flat back. You can come down to your forearms just to open up the back of the legs, all the way from your glutes to your ankles. Halfway lift. You can vinyasa to either side. What we did in our flow was I worked around, what's called around the mat. So I just put my left foot to the back of my mat on the left side. Brought my right foot over a little bit just to open up for my hips. Give your hips space. My foot is in Prasarita here, so I'm all set up for a beautiful warrior one. Humble warrior. Can turn into lizard, long with the spine. Drop down, Anjaneyasana. Ardha Hanumasana. Low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Tuck the toe. High crescent lunge. Then you can vinyasa through. Come back to your warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse Trikonasana. Trikonasana on the left. Bend the knee deep. Warrior two. Prasarita. Yogi squat. You can sit on a block here. Just practice opening up your hips. Feels really good. And the rest, I think, is self-explanatory. When you come out of this position, turn your feet to the center so you don't hurt your knees, and then come up like you would a squat. You can even roll your shoulders, roll the back, roll the shoulders, roll the elbows. Take a big breath up. Side body stretch. Take another breath in. Bring your hands to heart center. Break down some of these vinyasa poses for you. We're just doing a basic flow. There are a lot of different ways you can do this flow. And once you get the cueing down and know where your body's supposed to be in space with the cueing, so practice. then this is going to become a really good way to get movement in the morning, get your metabolic system up, get you set and going and on fire for the day, and then do those yummy stretches that help you get centered, get flexible. Like, subscribe, and share so that you don't miss out on any content. I'm going to keep providing content for you. We'll go into hips, we'll get into shoulders. Leave comments, and I appreciate those who have left comments, but leave those comments and let me know what you would like to see. And as always, live your life 360, and I will see you next time. Enjoy the flow. Bye.